Good morning, my dear friends. In this video, we'll be discussing about all properties of inverse trigonometrical function, different type of questions, concepts. We'll be dealing with the first exercise. There are 3 exercises basically in NCERT: exercise 2.1, exercise 2.2, and miscellaneous. So I hope so that you will understand everything. So let's go ahead. Okay. So we are dealing with inverse trigonometric function. Now, when we are dealing with this, the first thing that you should know is the function has to be 1, 1 and onto. The function has to be 1, 1 and onto. Okay. Remember in class 11 mathematics, relation functions. So suppose 4 elements are there. This is domain and this is range. All should match. All should match. And should have only 1. Yeah? Got it? Now, apart from this, you should also know the chart which is responsible for these trigonometrical functions. The chart deals with domain and range and function. So let's make a chart. This one is function, this is chart for domain, and this is for range. You can also say principal values. Okay. First thing, in case this is sine inverse x. Second is cos inverse x. Third is tan inverse x. And next is cot inverse x. Then you can use sec inverse x. And next is cosec inverse x. Now, when we are dealing with sine inverse x, what is a domain? You know it. We did in class 11. Close interval from -1 to 1. And what is the range? This is also close interval from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Yes. Now, you are aware of this fact. What is domain and range? We did in class 11. Now, similarly, we can go for cos also. Do you remember what was domain of class cos inverse x? That was -1 to 1, and that also close interval. And this one, the range from 0 to pi. Now, similarly, you can go for tan inverse x. Think for a while, what is tan inverse x? Now tan inverse x has a domain all real number and range you must be knowing open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Yes, and this one, the domain is real number for cot inverse x and range is 0 to pi, that also closed. Sec inverse x. Now, the value of x will be greater than equal to 1, or you can say this will be value, or you can also say in other words as x is less than equal to minus 1. Now, what is the range? Range is from 0 to pi by 2. If we take the union of this will be pi by 2 to pi. Similarly, you can go for cos inverse x. X is greater than equal to 1, or x is less than equal to minus 1, and the range value is minus pi by 2 comma 0 union along with 0 comma pi by 2. Now, this is very important. If you are aware of these values, then it becomes very easy for you to go ahead with the problems. Now, let us start solving problems. Now, see, the first question of NCERT says that we are starting up with exercise 2.1. Rest is some previous knowledge which is required of class 11, and I am confident enough you might be knowing. If you don't know, you can go through it once. It will be easier for you to understand also. Now, the first question says that find principal value of the following. The first one is sine inverse of minus half. Now, in this particular exercise, one thing you have to remember, wherever cos is there, you have to go for conversion. Now, cos can be in cot also, because the cot also stands for sine upon cos, and cos can be also in sec. Well, there is no cos over here. The first thing, you should know the table that you might be knowing from class 10 only, sine 30, sine 45, sine 60 and so on. Yes. So, suppose this function, trigonometrical function sine inverse minus 1 by 2 equals to y. Once we suppose, what happens, sine inverse, if you take that side, it becomes sine inverse. We this minus 1 by 2 we have assumed as y. So, it will become sine y equals to minus 1 by 2. Agree? Now, this minus 1 by 2 we can write minus sine 30 degree. And the sine 30 we can also write as sine pi by 6 sine y. And you must be knowing that like class 11 you must have done, this is add sugar to coffee. All positive, sine and cosec are positive, and tan and cot are positive, cos and sec are positive, rest all are negative. So, this further we can write sine y equals to sine minus theta minus pi by 6. Okay. Now, what was the range? I told you in a form of table. That was what? First thing, the principal value of sine inverse minus 1 by 2 is what? Minus pi by 6. This is first answer, but this is not the complete answer. You will not get full marks unless until you define the range also. So, what was the range? Range. We discussed about the table. You need to remember something out of it. Range of sine inverse x was pi by 2, and that was negative to pi by 2. Yes. So, this gives the complete look to your solution. Got it? Quite simple. I may get star just to signify happiness. We have understood this question. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Question 2. Question 2 says that cos inverse root 3 under root 3 by 2. Now, what was the range? The range of cos inverse was 0 to pi. Yes. We did this, we discussed this. Yes. So, when this is for this, we will follow the same step as we did in the first question. Y equals to cos inverse root 3 by 2. I will increase my pace a bit. So, this will become cos y equals to root 3 by 2. When you explore the table that you did in class 10, what you will find that cos y equals to cos how much is that? Cos 30, yes, cos 30 degree. Cos y equals to cos, you can also write pi by 6. This answer also signifies pi by 6. So, principal value is pi by 6. Got it? And what was the range? Range of cos inverse x was 0 to pi. That's all. We put a star to signify happiness. This is the end of the second question. Quite simple. Got it? Let's move on with the third question. Cosec inverse 2. Now, this is cosec. Cosec, you are concerned with, like, this is opposite of sine. So, you can go by conversion also, and you can do like this also. There is no point as y will suppose as cosec inverse 2. So, cosec y will be equal to 2. Now, go back to the table, what you will find? This is also cosec y equals to cosec 30. You might be wondering, all questions have the same values almost. Cosec y equals to cosec pi by 6, right? Got it? Now, once we get this value, so this is the principal value. What is the principal value? Principal value is pi by 6. And what is the range? Range we discussed, yes. that was minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2, and we do not include 0. Okay. That gives the complete look to the third solution. Star over here just to signify happiness. Okay. Let us move on. Let us have some pace. The next question says tan inverse negative of root 3. Okay. Follow the same process, y equals to tan inverse negative of root 3. So, this gives tan y equals to tan, just a sec, negative of root 3. Yes, I will repeat this line. So, negative of root 3, you know, root 3 comes in tan 60. So, what we can do? Tan y equals to minus tan 60. You can also convert into tan y equals to minus tan, it's a smaller one, pi by 3. So, what is the value of y? Again the principal value is minus pi by 3. Yes, because this in the next step we can write also as tan minus pi by 3. Why is it so? Because add sugar to coffee, you know. Okay. And what is the range? Now, without writing range, your question is never complete. The range is open interval, or you can say 2 pi by 2. Got it? This gives the completion to the fourth question. Here is the star, the sign of happiness. Let us move on. Question 5. Cos inverse negative of half. We will write as y equals to cos inverse negative of half. Now, this is cos. So, for cos, you have to remember the conversion. Y equals to, this is there, cos will come this side, equals to my negative half. Half is comes under cos 60, and cos 60 is pi by 3. So, this conversion you have to remember. In case of cos, I am putting a star also over here. This signifies the concern, double star. Cos, so conversion. This half comes in cos 60. Cos 60 is pi by 3. So, we will write cos pi minus pi by 3, and this negative will remain over here. So, cos y equals to cos 2 pi by 3. Yes. There is no need to write this negative over here. So, value of y, principal value, what do we have? Is 2 pi by 3. Remember this thing only when it comes to cos, we subtract by pi, pi minus theta, theta whatever is there in the trigonometrical table. Okay. And what is the range? range was of cos inverse, that was 0 to pi, and that was closed interval. Got it? Okay, let's go move on with next question. Question 6 says that let's put a star also. Yeah, it's a sign of happiness. Tan inverse -1, follow the same, y equals to tan inverse -1, tan y equals to -1. Yes, now tan is there. It hardly matters, no need to get confused. Tan y, it only you have to concern about cos, wherever cos is there. So minus tan. Now remember, 1 comes in tan what? Tan pi by 4? Yeah, I guess. Okay. You can also write tan y equals to tan minus pi by 4, right? So I am writing over here answer. What is the value? Tell me. Principal value is minus pi by 4. Agree? And what is the range? Minus pi by 2, pi by 2. Yes? Got it? So this is the range. Let's move on. Oh, yeah, one thing. Let's put a star as a sign of happiness. We did it. Next, we move on to question number 7. Sec inverse this one is 6, it's not sine. Okay, this is first. Just a sec. Here is the value, sec inverse 2 by 3. How to go ahead with this? Now sec is there. What I told you for sec? For sec, it was compulsory that you are supposed to go for change, and this happens only in sec and cos. Yes? Go ahead for the change, try it yourself. Sec inverse, it's 2 by 3, 2 by root 3 rather, yes. Same process, sec inverse 2 by root 3 equals to y. Next step, sec y equals to 2 by root 3. Now remember, 2 by root 3 comes in. It's quite simple. Sec pi by 6. Yes, so principal value we get. What is the principal value? That is pi by 6. Next, range. Range you must be knowing by the chart I discussed in the beginning. The range of sec was closed interval 0 and pi, and not to include this pi by 2. Got it? So let's put it star, sign of happiness. Okay, here we go ahead with the next question, question 8. Cot inverse root 3. Let's suppose this as y equals to cot inverse root 3, cot y. Let's move on with some pace. Now you have understood. Now cot y equals to, now remember what was there, root 3. Quick, It was again caught. You'll be surprised to see the value pi by 3. So, principal value is pi by 6, and what was range? Range of cot 0 to pi. Got it? Star, sign of happiness. Let's move on. Next we have question number 9. What is it? It's cos inverse negative of 1 upon root 2. Yes, now cos comes into action. Now y will follow the same process, cos inverse negative of 1 upon root 3, cos will come this side, cos y equals to minus 1 by root 3. Now 1 by root 2 rather, yeah, 1 by root 2 comes in cos 45, yeah, 45 is pi by 4, or you can say cos pi by 4, you can write or. So, we will use a conversion process. Cos y equals to, what was the conversion process? Pi minus cos pi minus pi by 4. How much is that? Cos y equals to cos 3 pi by 4, right? So, principal value, what do we get? Remember, this happens only in case of cos. Principal value we have pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, yes. And what do we have? Range? Range we have 0 to pi. Got it? Simple, no? Now you might be feeling simple. Good. Here's a star for happiness. Question 10. Next we have cosec. Okay. Cosec inverse negative root 2. Same process. We'll suppose y equals to cosec inverse negative of root 2. So, cosec y equals to negative of root 2. Now, it is cosec and it is negative. So, how to go ahead? Hardly matters, go refer to table, add sugar to coffee, cos minus theta is minus theta. So, cosec y equals to, now this root 2 comes in which theta? This you have to recapitulate. This comes in 30, 45, 60, I suppose it's 45, yes, minus cosec pi by 4. Yes, so in the next step you can write cosec y equals to cosec negative of pi by 4. So, the principal value, what do we have? That is pi by 4 negative, agree? Okay, and what do we have? Range you must be aware by the table, negative pi by 2, close, and we do not include what? We do not include, sorry. Got it? There's a star for happiness. Let's move on to the next question. Next is question number 11. That is tan inverse 1 plus cot cos inverse minus 1 by 2 plus sine inverse negative of half. This is your question, okay? So, let us solve. First, this is A part, this is B part, and this is C part. We will solve all three and then we will join them. tan inverse 1 will suppose as y equals to tan inverse 1, tan inverse 1. So, tan will come this side, tan y equals to 1, tan y equals to tan pi by 4, pi by 4, right. Let us solve the b part. Cos inverse minus 1 by 2, let us suppose this as y, y equals to cos inverse 1 by 2. Now, cos is there, cos will come this side, cos y equals to negative 1 by 2. In cos we do conversion, remember half comes in cos pi by 3, yes, cos 60. So, we can write cos pi minus pi by 3. So, pi this comes how much? 2 pi by 3. Cos y equals to cos 2 pi by 3. Third one I am doing over here, okay, not to do hodgepodge over there. This was the first part, this is the second part, and here is the third part. Sine inverse negative. Now, sine is there, so no problem is there. Y equals to whatever is there, no problem is there. Okay, sine will come this side, sine y equals to minus half. Half comes in pi by 6, yes. Sine y equals to minus sine pi by 6, or we can also write sine y equals to sine minus pi by 6. So, that is it. So, these three are there. Drawing a line just to make a mark create a line difference. Okay. Now, we can put the value. What was the first value? That was pi by 4. Second was 2 pi by 3. This was 3. Okay. And third was, this was negative. Yes. So, what was the third value? Minus pi by 6. Solve it, take LCM. I feel so LCM will be 12, and this will do 4 3 is 3 pi, 3 4 is 4 2 is 8 pi minus pi by 6. So, this one is pi by 6, 6 2 is 2 pi. So, 8 3 11 minus 2, that is 9 pi by 12. You cancel, this comes 3 pi by 4. This is your answer, and here is your mark of excellence, mark of happiness, that is star. Okay, got it? Quite simple. Let us move on. Next we have question number 12, that is cos inverse 1 by 2 plus 2 sine inverse half. Let us divide this question into two parts. This is part A and this one is part B. Okay. Let us solve separately. Cos inverse half, y equals to cos, first part we are solving, cos inverse 1 by 2, cos y equals to half, half comes in, see sin 30 is half, so cos 60 has to be half, cos y equals to cos, half is what, tell me, half is cos pi by 3, cos 60. Second part, let us solve, y equals to sin inverse 1 by 2. No need to consider 2, it is in the form of multiplication. Yes, to sin y equals to sin 1 by 2, got it? Y will be sin y equals to, just a sec, this comes this side, it's only half, half is sin 30, sin 30 is pi by 6, got it? Now, we will merge these two, this was the second one, ignore this. So, what is the first answer? First answer was pi by 3 plus 2 times, second answer was pi by 6, correct. So this comes pi by 3 plus 2, we can cancel also pi by 3. So further 3 is the LCM, pi plus pi 2 pi. So this is the final answer. Got it? Okay. Now next we move on. Let's put a star, sign of happiness. Yeah. Question 13. 13 question says that sine inverse x equals to y, then, and they have given 4 options. A option says that greater than equal to y, this pi is there, and B is negative of pi by 2 greater than equal to I pi by 2, and C option says that 0 y pi, and D option says that minus pi by 2 y, and this is pi by 2. Got it? Now you have to just think about it. If sine inverse x equals to y. Now remember we discussed about the chart. Yes, we discussed in which we have domain and range. So when we refer to this chart, so the value will lie between minus pi by 2, this y greater than equal to, this is the first value, so you can easily remember. So B option is correct. B option is correct. Okay, I am putting a star. Mark of happiness. Hopefully you understand. Okay, next question. Question number 14. Oh, this is the last question of the exercise. Tan inverse root 3 minus sec inverse okay, this is equal to, the question says this is equal to, A option says that pi, B option says negative pi by 3, C option pi by 3, and D option 2 pi by 3. Let's see which one is correct. Now let's solve. First, tan inverse root 3 we'll suppose as y, so tan y equals to root 3. Now think for a minute, what comes? Tan is pi by 3, yeah, because tan 60 is there, yeah, let tan y equals to tan 60. So y equals to, tan y equals to, you can write tan pi by 3. Second one, sec inverse minus 2. Now sec is there, sec is back into action. So y equals to sec minus 2 inverse, sec y equals to minus 2. Now 2 comes in, pi by 3, sec pi by 3, sec y equals to sec pi minus pi by 3. How much is that? Sec 2 pi by 3. Yes. Okay. So now we'll merge both the answer. What was the first answer? First answer was pi by 3 minus 2 pi by 3. Take out LCM. LCM is 3. So pi minus 2 pi, that is negative pi by 3. So which one is the correct answer? B. B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. So here is the mark of happiness. Yes. I hope so. Every question of the first exercise you have understood. Yes. Hopefully you enjoyed my first video. So we have done first exercise, inverse trigonometrical functions. Yes. I hope so you understood. We'll meet again. Remember, it's all about mathematics, your way. You can gain excellence through practice again and again, right? That's all. Have a wonderful time. Best wishes. Take care. So we have done exercise 2.1, inverse trigonometrical function. Now hopefully you have understood everything. We'll meet again in our next video with exercise 2.2. Take care, revise, have a wonderful day ahead. Best wishes.